Hey everybody, welcome to my Suburban Oasis. This is part 2 of garden maintenance and tasks. So if you're enjoying my channel, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, even that notification bell to get notified of new videos. So today we're going to finish up some more trimming on the boxwoods to get rid of some of the freeze damage. I'm also going to show you a little bit of trimming on my elderberries, and then I'm going to divide up some heucheras and transplant them around the yard. Join me for some fun. Let's get started. So almost all of my boxwoods got a little bit of this winter freeze damage. This one doesn't look horrible, but I'm just gonna trim it back lightly. You can see all of this nice light green new growth coming through, which will help to cover up the rest of it. I don't want to trim it back too far. I'll do my major trim probably early June, maybe mid-June, depending on the weather and how well everything has flushed out on these. All right, we'll go do the other one now. Got a little bit of winter damage as well, so I'm just gonna go back and prune it down to where there's actually new growth. And this whole branch, actually, when I look down, is all the way dead, so I'm gonna prune it all the way down to the base. Okay, so this is where this branch meets the base, and I'm just gonna cut. There's a node right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little black node. I'm gonna cut right above that because it might stimulate new growth. Okay, now on this one I'm just gonna cut back to where these two nodes meet the dead branch. Same with this one. And I have another one over here, cut back to where the new growth is coming out. And then one more here. You don't want to leave too much above the node when you cut, just enough to protect the new growth. And I think we have one more over here. Now this one's interesting. It's got quite a bit of new growth at this node, so I'm going to cut back to there. This one has, it looks like this whole thing is dead. I think I need my bypass pruners. Grab those. Those scissors are not the best for making cuts. Bypass pruners are much better. So all three of these dead branches go back to the trunk. So I'm going to get right in there down at the bottom. And I think that's it. The rest of it looks good. Now I have this Japanese maple here that also suffered some winter damage. So I'm going to prune back again to where the new growth ends. Just be very gentle because the maple leaves are very new. And if I have any doubt about where to cut, I may give it a little extra time to flesh out, but I can tell when they're discolored on the ends like this, I'm at least going to get those off because I know those are dead. And they take away from the beauty of the tree. Now I got this tree on clearance last year, so I can imagine it was still trying to get its roots established over the winter, but we did get a very late freeze, which resulted in so many plants getting some damage on them. But again, this will help focus the energy of the plant back into the roots and the new growth. Okay, not beautiful, but definitely looks better than it did before. Now I have a couple of plants I want to divide. Okay, so this is my Red Rover Heuchera, which I planted last year. It is a plant by proven winners. I definitely have enjoyed it, and I'm just going to try to divide it. I'd like to get a couple of plants out of this. Now this plant is growing incredibly dense, and this is going to look really cruel, but I'm going to have to lose a little bit of foliage on this one. Trying to be gentle. I'm trying to just get in between these two here and not break them off at the base, but it does happen, and it might have happened. But if it has any roots with it, it should be okay. Not much in the way of roots. Oh, it's so dense with the foliage. All right, we'll try this again. So you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3 potential plants in here. Maybe if I get in here with my finger, I'll have more success dividing them. And while this one didn't come with roots, it does have a bit of a stem going here. So I'm just gonna pull off a little bit of the foliage. I guess there's a couple of roots on there, maybe, that are teeny tiny. It might be okay, we'll see. They have a tendency to get woody over time. Okay, this one has some roots on it. And again, doesn't really look like much or like it will live, but we're gonna give them a chance. I've had pretty good luck with these. All right, we'll get this one planted back in. After I plant these in, I'm going to give them a really good watering, but a really good day to do transplanting like this is on a day just before you know it's going to rain and when it's overcast, which is kind of what we have going on today. It helps prevent the plants from drying out and helps them get established a little quicker. I'm just going to plant this pretty deep. Actually, I'm going to pull a little bit more foliage off here, I think. That way, the teeny tiny roots that came with this won't have as much foliage that it has to support as the roots try to establish themselves. So you can see we have a little tuber type thing going on here with some small roots on it. What I'm trying to do here is just make this plant a little bit more full in this area, a little bit more of a dense planting. All right. And I'm planting it rather deep. Not too deep, but enough so that I ensure there's really good contact between those roots in the soil. All right, and the last one we'll put right over here. Now, I planted all of these Heucheras last year, so they haven't had a lot of time to establish roots or bush out. Wow, I think I'm going to add some dirt in here. All right. This Heuchera is Red Rover's cousin. Fun and games, hopscotch. So I just split it in half, and I'm going to put it over here because I'd like another color of foliage in this area. I have a Heuchera bush that's planted here. I planted it last year at the end of the season. I got it on super sale, and it died back almost down to the ground. So it'll be okay, but it's going to take a while to really fill in over here. So I need something else. This will be pretty. Take some of these dead leaves off of here. maybe. You can see on this one, if you look real close up, you can see how they grow and they get stockier and stockier over time, which then tends to make them woody. So it's important to divide these plants. And again, that's why I think that I'll have luck by planting them. I don't know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like geraniums, the way that they have these stalks that you can use. Anyways, I'm going to plant this one a little bit deeper just because of the fact that it's a little stocky from last year already. Go fight. My God. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love taking you along to do some work in the garden. I hope you learned something, and I hope you get out in your garden. Hope you see you next time. Bye.